A bike trip like no other. Thought I'd throw this out to honor a man of honor and give some riders something to read while sitting on the john or in their recliners. Studies suggest those are the number one and number two preferred locations of readers when they're on social media. Anyway, this guy pictured is a vet named Chili. He is my father-in-law and the last of an old school breed of men that this world needs more now than ever. He has grit, he is well-mannered, he is faithful, and tougher than men half his age. I've ridden with them all in my days, the good, the bad, the ugly, one percenter outlaws to hog chapters. But this one biker stands out among them all. Absolutely not because he's kin, but because he's worthy. 10 years ago, my wife and I decided to take another 2-week motorcycle trip out west. And after informing Chili of our plans, he said, "Man, I wish I could go with y'all." He was 71 years old at the time and rode a little 883 Harley-Davidson Hugger. He's short in height, but big in heart. I wasn't about an old dude tailing me on an 883 Harley-Davidson Hugger that wasn't my kind of wingman, even if he is related. I ran long and hard rides 10 years ago, 400 to 700 miles a day. So just to clear my conscience and score points with my wife, I asked Chili if he wanted to go with us. And I'm thinking all along that he would say, "Nah, no thanks, due to his age and the road dangers." But out of respect, he'd say, "Thanks for asking anyway." Well, nope. To my surprise, he said, "Heck yeah." Long story short, Chili, his daughter, which is my wife, and his son-in-law, which that's me, made a 4,592-mile trip with him riding his 883 Hugger and us on our Road King, zigzagging on back roads from Nashville, Tennessee, all the way out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and back in 13 days. Chili and I fished the Snake River, and we peed in the Snake River. We seen bears, moose, elk, all kinds of wildlife. We sat on our bikes in the middle of the old highway that runs through the Badlands in South Dakota and drank a beer on the center yellow lines. And not one car or truck came by to interrupt our 10 to 15-minute rest stop. It was the first 2-week bike trip that I'd ever taken out of many out west that I did not get rained on at all in 13 days. Chili's now 84 years old, and I sold his bike for him a few years back after he was run off the road by an idiot driver. He didn't wreck his bike, but he was shaken up. He said it was time to quit while he was ahead, and that he was thankful for the years of riding and having the brains to know when to hang it up. Heck of an old man I ride about, kinfolk or not. Tough as hickory wood to ride an 883 Hugger, 4,592 miles in 13 days at the age of 71. I asked him if he was okay after we had ridden 300 miles the first day. And he looked at me kind of funny and said, "Son, you ride as far as you can, and I'll ride another 50 miles further." So I didn't ask about him for the rest of the trip. Chili hit a pothole in Cheyenne, Wyoming truck stop parking lot so hard that it collapsed his front forks down to the point that the lower triple tree dented the top of his front fender, and fork oil sprayed out of the fork seals like a sprinkler. But he didn't wreck or even get excited about it. No big deal to a man like him. It's just the cost of an adventure, he said. Chili has lived large in his time while traveling the world on the Navy's dime and riding all over the country on motorcycles. And one of the best rewards in my life was when he said to my wife and I that our bike trip out west was the best bike trip he'd ever been on. And he will talk about it till he dies. Turns out that Chili was the best gun-toting wingman I've ever had in 50 years of riding. The simple things remembered in life really matter. And that's my 2 cents of one of the best bike trips I've ever had in my life. Love you, Pop.
What's that highway?
160.
At 160 and go all the way to Poplar Bluff, and then run down through here.
You get up on, hey, forgot when you get up on a straight part of that bridge.
What was that, Daddy?
Getting off of Central Pike.
How do you do it?
You go under the bridge, go around, and back. Get that?
I got it. We're watching Mr. Rogers, and BJ is going to go like this today.
I love Mr. Rogers. He's my favorite. He's my action hero.
What's that on your hand?
A recommendation. Keeps the brain waves in. Makes me a smarter guy. Because a lot of people lose brain waves. And that's the reason we have so many stupid people.
So many stupid people. Okay.
This is my diploma.
A friend of mine sent